You're watching the Best in Movie Show. I'm here with Debi Derryberry, the voice of Jimmy Neutron. How you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for having me today.
Are you excited to be here at Spooky Empire 2015?
Oh my gosh, yes. I love it here. Everybody's dressed up so creepy.
Is this is not your first convention, is it?
No, it's not my first rodeo.
I want to talk about the new movie coming out called Norm of the North. It stars Rob Schneider,
Yep.
Heather Graham, and it's Bill Knighty or Bill Knightley.
I can't remember.
I think it's Bill Knighty.
But for our voiceover work, let's see, Charlie Adler directed me in it, and there were a few of us in the session on that day. And it's going to be silly, and it's going to be, I don't know, kind of real, but it's still animated.
What is it about?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but
Okay.
I will tell you that that I'm super cute in it.
Yeah, does it come out this year or does it come out?
I don't have the release date on it yet. I would imagine it would come out either end of this year or beginning of next. We'll see.
Now,
But I do have a new cartoon series.
Okay,
that's
tell us
gonna
about
come
that.
out at the end of the year. It's on Netflix. It stars Bill Burr and Laura Dern as my mom and dad. And I play the daughter, and I say really bad words, which I can't say here. It's called F is for Family on Netflix. It's going to be great. And I hope everybody goes to my YouTube and Twitter. We'll talk about that in a minute, right?
yeah. Now, me growing up, I know I used to watch All Real Monsters and Ernest, and this is one that was a shocker to me, Bobby's World. I used to watch Bobby's World before I even went to the bus stop.
That was one of my first cartoons, was a lot of episodes of Bobby's World with Howie Mandel, and I played his girlfriend Jackie with the really long pigtails, and she did things like her mom watched Sally Jesse Raphael, and she got abrasions upon her knees. She was the voice of reason with Bobby, and I'm still friends with a lot of people who were on that show, the writers, the two Jims, Stahl, and the other Fisher, and then Gary Conrad, who's now an animation director at Nickelodeon. It was an awesome show. Howie's just hilarious.
Now, what happened to Bobby's World? Was it just canceled? I mean,
I think we finished. I think they ordered a certain amount of
how many
episodes.
seasons was it?
Gosh, it was a lot. Was it 5?
I would say, yeah, I
Six?
would say 5, 6.
It's a lot.
It was a great.
I did that. I was doing a movie called Free Willy.
Oh, yes.
About the whale. I was the body stunt double. They needed I do a lot of boy bodies, and they needed. I'm an advanced scuba diver, so I spent 7 weeks on that whale. Even though today I would not take that job. I don't want you to think I advocate or believe in whales in captivity.
Like
But
Blackfish.
but I did do the job then, and it was amazing. And then I did Hey Vern, It's Ernest, that cartoons TV show. It was a kids show, but I played a boy clown in costume, and then I did the whole Duracell battery Putterman series as the boy. So I've done a lot of boy on camera and a lot of boy voices, and a lot of. I don't really play grown-ups too much, but I talk like one sometimes.
Now, what do you prefer better, voiceover or actual acting on screen?
I will say I love them both, but most of my jobs happen in voiceover. I think as an actor, you kind of just fall into whatever category your booking is most successful in. I like them both. My successes on camera have been mostly playing a little boy, although on iCarly I was recurring as Principal Franklin's secretary, Ms. Varmint.
I've had to watch.
And I was on a movie called Ghost World with Scarlett.
Oh, sure.
I played disgruntled coffee patron Mun.
I'll be right back, honey.
Okay, E.G.
Now, how'd you get started in acting and voiceover work?
Oh, it's a really easy segue. I was going to go to medical school and decided to move to Nashville to be a country singer.
Wow.
And that's where I saw that it's Honey Pig is
Actually, I started the country band Honey Pig when I returned to Los Angeles. We had 7 years of one of the top Los Angeles bands with, it was like a Dixie chick, 3-part country harmony, and I wrote most of the songs and arranged all of them. And then from country music, I went into preschool music. So if you're on my YouTube channel, Debi Derryberry, you can go to my playlist of preschool, and I have lots of preschool videos and music, my Baby Banana whole brand. And I love the country music too still.
Now, what's your favorite? My favorite artist right now, it would be Chase Rice or Luke Bryan, or Cole Swindell. I like Cole Swindell.
You know, I'm kind of old school.
Okay.
I'm still
So
Dolly
Garth
Parton.
Brooks and Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton, Lyle Lovett. You know, I really love clever lyrics, and I like. I'm James Taylor, but he's not really country. But that's. I mean, I'm old school like that. I appreciate any good song. I appreciate a good lyric. I appreciate a good harmony and a good melody. I'm not big on rap, but that doesn't mean that I can't appreciate when it's a good creation.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Right.
I gotta ask you,
Yeah.
what's the last time you went to the movies? What was the movie that you loved and a movie that you hated?
Let's see. I went to see. Oh, you may have to cut this part out because I'm having a big old brain
That's okay.
fart. I went and saw. What's the one with Groot? I am Groot.
Oh, Despicable Me.
No, Groot.
Groot?
Groot.
Yeah, Despicable Me.
Oh, well, who's the other one? The one that's a big, dumb tree guy.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, we like that one a lot. And you know, here's a funny story. I went to Despicable Me 2 because somebody had Facebooked me. I saw Despicable Me 2. You did a great job. Well, I had forgotten I did it because it was 2 years before that I did it, and then they released it.
What'd you do? What was you?
All the voices that are not the principal characters, like the people in the restaurant and the little kids. So yeah, I'm in Despicable Me too, and I stuff my baby around and do that silly stuff. But then I went and saw it, and I thought these scenes look familiar. And then my son and I looked at the credits, and I'm like, I am in the movie. No, I had a tragic life event with my mother passing, and I went brain dead for a few months, and I did the job and forgot. But I do a lot of movies like that, like Wreck-It Ralph, which was so fun. I'm like when you see the people in the hotel on Wreck-It Ralph, at the dance party, or anytime there's people other than Ralph and the principals, all the people, you know, racing, all the candy corns. And there was like 5 of us girls cheering to make many candy corn stadiums. Yeah.
Now, what movie have you seen in the theaters that you did not like recently?
Oh, okay. It was one with, I hate to say this, it was one with Keanu Reeves. And I forget the name of
Starts
it.
with the W. John Wick.
Something like that. I just thought a lot of the guns didn't go off. You know, it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. But I like movies with beginnings, middles, endings, and happy things.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave a movie laughing
Like
and feeling
music
good.
consistently good. Yeah.
Now,
I like that.
now, one thing I saw that used to be my favorite movie when I was a kid, I used to love watching it, is Toy Story. And I know that you're the aliens, and you did the voice of the Pizza Planet guy.
You know this stuff.
This is our era.
Like
This
if
is-
you listen when they're at Pizza Planet, you'll see, well, men's party of 5, your pizza's ready, or something like that. Or you see the little guys in the gumball machine going, pick me, me. Yeah, that's me.
Now, now you do the aliens too, right?
All of those little voices, there was 13 of us, Danny Mann, Jess Arnell, a bunch of us were in the room, and we did all of those.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then another one that
That's awesome.
another one I loved was Aladdin.
Yeah.
That was one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, there were a lot of screaming in that session, as I remember, because there was a lot of, I don't know, cheering, a lot of groups. Yeah, same bunch of people.
And I have to throw in there the main 2 things that you do is the Monster High Club.
I do Monster High. I am the voice of Draculaura. She is very, very cute. She dresses very well. I'm 1,600 years old. And I also do Jimmy Neutron. You might remember Jimmy Neutron.
Now, when you're here in Orlando, do you ever go to like Universal and see the?
We're not in Orlando.
No, Orlando.
Orlando, okay. Orlando.
Did you ever come and go on, like, did you ever get like a sneak peek of the ride since you were Jimmy Neutron or
You
anything?
know what? They were so nice. We did. We showed up at the beginning of the ride, and they gave us a VIP tour, T-shirts, private ride. Yeah, it was really
Good.
special. And then I have
full circle with that.
Totally. Well,
Yeah.
I will mention that the circle might not be over, but that's all I can say.
Yeah, that's to get a ride at Universal Studios. That is big.
I meant Jimmy Neutron, but you never know.
Now, is Jimmy Neutron? It's still on Nickelodeon.
It's still airing. I'm not sure where, but I'm sure it's on. It would be on Nickelodeon somewhere, one of the many Nick channels.
Now, are you familiar with Nickelodeon? Like, did you watch it
From the get-go?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. Yeah.
So now, do you feel like Nickelodeon did like a whole 360 to where they pretty much got away of doing animation? Because 180. Sorry, because I mean,
60 puts us back.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it used to be like Real Monsters, Rugrats, Doug. Keenan and Kel, all that, and none of.
They're keeping up with the times. We've got Harvey Beaks and FOP and SpongeBob. I think they just kind of go with what the people are asking for at the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're a corporation, and corporations make money, and so you got to do what you got to do. I think the change of guard is always
It's good sometimes.
it's good, but it's also, they're responsible for how the corporation goes and how, I don't know, I guess how the flavor of the year is directed. So it's kind of out of my control. My job is to go in, audition, talk like a baby, and, send my kid to school.
I got two more questions for you.
Yeah.
Remakes. What's your opinion about remakes? I mean, I feel like Hollywood these days is just a deadbeat town. I mean, everybody's going to like Wilmington, North Carolina. They're going to New Orleans. Georgia's a big town. California is kind of lost its roots in film.
It's all financially based. They're all corporations. I think if California made it a little easier for people to film there, then they get more business there.
Is it easier? It was easier then than now?
It was easier then.
Yeah.
Now it's there. I don't know if it was easier then, but it's much easier at other places sometimes financially to film. I'm not an expert in on camera, but I do know that you're going to go to where your budget goes the farthest. I think as far as animation goes, your talent pool, the bulk of your talent pool lives in Los Angeles, and if you're working to get a quality job done quickly, you're going to have to record in Los Angeles because that's where we all live.
Okay.
All of us top voice artists will get you your take, the keeper take in one or two takes, as opposed to your talent that's not at the cream of the crop for your VO. Not that they're bad, but sometimes time is money.
Yeah. You
So
gotta get it right
for
up.
voiceover, I would say you're going to find your animation crew in Los Angeles.
Wow, see, that's cool. I never knew that.
And, at $500 an hour for studio time, you're going to want to get in and out and make sure your actors can give you what you want and give you more than one
Yeah, you
voice.
keep messing up, it costs more money, more film, more time, more everybody. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now the summer's coming. We're getting into the 2015 seasons of movies. What are you looking forward to see? I'm looking. I don't know if you're looking forward as I am. Is the Minions? They have their solo movie coming out. It's coming out next month, and I'm excited for you. Are you excited for it?
I'm excited. I have a lot of friends in it, and it's going to be so much fun.
No, you're not in it, right?
Unfortunately, I'm not in that one. I wished I was.
I like that.
A lot of my friends are in it. And
What are you looking forward to see in the summer besides that?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. I kind of just like anything that's going to be fun. I wish I had more things to throw your way.
Oh, you're good.
I'm so busy with recording all my stuff that I'm doing with the Atmosphere family and the Monster High and
You're still recording Monster High, right?
oh yeah,
Which
yeah.
is huge.
It's big.
Monster High's huge.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you can throw at us that you're going to be doing?
Anything I can tell you about?
Because I know some people are like, I had an interview with William Forsythe, and he's like, I'm going to tell you I'm going to be on a show on NBC on this date. No, I can't tell you.
Oh, I can tell you, we're doing more of a really cool PC game called Guild Wars 2. I play Timey. She's a very powerful young teenager with her legs don't work, so she appeals to a disabled crowd. She has like a dinosaur type monster that totes her about. So Guild Wars 2 is great, and sorry, it's hard for me to remember everything
You're right
I
on
do.
point with a lot of stuff. Be honest.
Well, I tell you, as much as I enjoy this interview, everything you said to me is great. So don't worry about anything. Not even going to edit this because even the thinking part and trying to figure things out is still great on the interview.
Good, good.
Thank you.
I'm really glad you interviewed me. I wish people would please go to my Twitter at Debi Derryberry. It's DebiDerryberry, and that's my Vine. And my YouTube is Debi Derryberry, same spelling. And my fan book page on my Facebook. I'd love to have everybody just go subscribe.
Well, Debi Derryberry, it's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for coming on the Best Day Movie Show.